Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a strange paradox of our modern lives. We have more convenience, more tech than any humans in history, but a lot of us are really struggling. So we're going to look back, like way back, to find some truly timeless wisdom for our very, very modern problems. You probably know this feeling. It's just in the air. We're living with what some have called pandemic levels of anxiety and stress. Life just feels like this constant high-stakes performance, 24/7. The noise, the notifications, the pressure, it is exhausting. But here's the crazy part. For all of that intensity, there's this other feeling that creeps in, and that's boredom. It's like our lives are following a script, a template. We've kind of traded real adventure for comfort, for predictability, and it can leave you feeling like, is this it? Is there something more? So, this feeling, this combination of being stressed out and, frankly, a little bored, that's what we're calling modern malaise. And the big question we're asking is, could the best way out of this modern trap be ancient? Okay, so let's start where it all begins, inside our own heads. We're going to look at a few ancient mindsets that can, seriously, help rewire our stressed out modern brains. The ancient Greeks, guys like Aristotle, they weren't just chasing happiness like we think of it, that fleeting buzz. Their goal was something way deeper. It was eudaimonia. It's not just feeling good. It's about flourishing. It's about living a life of purpose and really living up to your potential. It's a much bigger, better target to aim for. So how do we actually get there? Well, first, we have to get off what's called the hedonic treadmill. You know what this is. You want the new thing, you get the new thing, you feel great for like 5 minutes, and then you're already looking for the next thing. The Stoics had this brilliant, kind of weird trick to fight it: negative visualization. To really, truly appreciate what you have right now, just take a second and imagine it's gone. Your job, your home, the people you love. It's a powerful mental reset that floods you with genuine gratitude. This quote right here, it might look simple, but it is an absolute superpower. It's the core of Stoic thinking, often called the dichotomy of control. So much of our anxiety, our stress, comes from us trying to control stuff that we just can't. The real work is to get ruthless about sorting what's in your control from what isn't. And here's how you can actually use that idea tonight even. We've all been there, right? It's 3 in the morning, your brain is just a hurricane of worry. Try this. First, get it out of your head. Write it down on actual paper, not your phone. Second, sort it. Look at the worry and ask, is this up to me? If yes, jot down one small step for tomorrow. If no, you consciously let it go. And finally, step 3, just redirect your focus to your breath. Feel it coming in and out. It's a way to take back control of your own mind. Okay, so we've worked on the mind. Now let's talk about the body. Let's look at some physical, tangible, time-tested practices that can ground us when the world feels totally chaotic. We'll start with Ayurveda, which is India's ancient science of life. And what's so cool about this system is that it's not about some huge, dramatic overhaul. It's all about small, simple, 5-minute rituals that can seriously push back against modern burnout. And here are just a few you could try. And look, they're not complicated. We're talking about something like oil pulling while you're getting dressed, or a quick 5-minute self-massage before you hop in the shower, or even just a minute of alternate nostril breathing between Zoom calls. They're just simple ways to check back in with your body. Herbalism is another ancient practice that's getting a huge second look from modern science. This chart just gives a few examples. Take ashwagandha. We now know it helps regulate your body's stress response. Or lavender. It's been proven to have a real calming effect on the brain. This isn't just folklore anymore. We're actually understanding the science of why these plants work. Beyond any specific ritual, there's a much deeper, ancient connection that so many of us have lost: our connection to the natural world. For basically all of human history, we lived in sync with nature. And now, in our concrete, digital world, that bond is just breaking, and we're all feeling the effects. And the science on this is it's a slam dunk. We now know that even a few minutes in a park or just looking at some trees can literally lower your stress hormones, boost your mood, and even improve your immune system. This isn't a nice to have, people. It's a fundamental human need. So we've covered mindsets. We've covered physical practices. Now let's zoom out and put it all together. How can we build an overarching framework to live more intentionally in this crazy modern world? Take a look at this idea: digital minimalism. Now, it sounds super modern, right? But if you really look at it, its roots are ancient. This is basically stoicism for your smartphone. It's about focusing only on what's truly essential and valuable and consciously ignoring the rest. It's about using your tech as a tool, not letting it use you.
All right, here's a really challenging thought. Remember that feeling we talked about, how the modern world can be boring? Our first instinct is to find more entertainment, more comfort. But what if the real cure is the exact opposite? What if it's more intentional risk?
And this brings us to the difference between living by a template and living by a strategy. The template is the safe, paved road. It'll get you there, you'll be fine, but maybe a little bored. Strategy, on the other hand, is intentionally stepping off that road. It's riskier, for sure. You're blazing your own trail, creating your own adventure.
And this quote just nails the shift in mindset. The goal of a strategic life isn't just success in that boring conventional sense. It's about glory. And not glory like fame, glory like vitality, aliveness, the feeling that you are truly living your life, not just getting through it.
So all of this brings us to our final and most important point, your own call to adventure. How do you take all these ancient ideas, from Stoic mindsets to strategic living, and actually use them in your own life? Ultimately, every single solution we've talked about today, it all points back to this one fundamental idea from Socrates. Whether you're examining your thoughts at 3 in the morning, or examining your daily habits, or examining the entire path your life is on, the common thread is conscious, intentional examination. It's about choosing how to live instead of just letting life happen to you. So instead of just asking, how do I cope with all this modern stress? These ancient tools empower us to ask a much bigger, a much more exciting question. They give us the tools not just to survive, but to actually create. So the only real question left is, what adventure will you create?